Hey guys, it's Jake FPR Geek here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are doing not just one player review but a player review around 3 players in one video, and it is the Eredivisie trio. I'm going to be answering the question whether they are worth doing those 20 squad battles or division rivals games because they are pretty tough. I did that as soon as it came out. So these are the 3 players that you do get for doing the Squad Foundations Eredivisie objective in the milestones. So I'll quickly show you where it is. It is, if we head over to objectives, and then milestones, so we'll be sort of around here, but I've obviously already done it, so mine's going to be, so yeah, here are the Squad Foundations Eredivisie objectives here. So here are all of the requirements for the objective. I won't go through them, you can kind of read them yourself. But yeah, the main one is like play 20 matches in squad battles on minimum semi-pro difficulty or rivals. So I actually did everything through rivals. So I did do all of the 20 games in rivals because I absolutely hate squad battles. I literally cannot play it. So yeah, I'm glad that you can get it through rivals. It just makes it a lot better for me. I hate playing games offline, especially on Ultimate Team. So yeah, let's get into the players again. So I'll just quickly run through them. So we've got the Bazoer, Rated Bazoer. He is 6 foot, medium work rate, 4-star weak foot, which is pretty nice. 3-star skill moves, 6 foot. You can play centre back as well, which is quite important for squad building. I wouldn't recommend him in centre back, even though I reckon he could do a really good job. But he's a much better CDM or centre mid. But yeah, it's really good for squad building. So especially if you're trying to do that 3-4-3 formation, pop him in centre back as one of your 3 centre backs, and then put him in CDM, which I have done in a squad in the past. Here are his attributes. You can kind of see them. Pretty well rounded for a centre mid, and then he's got some really nice traits as well. So that is him. And the next one is Wijndal. He's a pretty decent left back overall. 5'9", 3-star skill, 2-star weak foot. You can only play left back and left wing back, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Most left backs can only really play left back. And then he's got really decent pace, really decent physicals for a left back as well. Really nice passing, actually, is really important. Dribbling's decent, and then obviously decent defending as well. Traits, just got the speed dribbler. And then my favourite out of the 3 actually is Geertruida or Geertruida. I can't remember. I don't know how you pronounce his names. But yeah, 6'1", 85 pace, medium work rate. So he actually comes out as a right back, but I've converted him into a centre back. So these players do have really good versatility in squad building, which is really nice, and which is why I think they're worth it. So yeah, 85 pace, 81 defending, 82 physical. These are his stats across the board. Really nice overall. He's got speed dribbler and power header trait, which is nice for a centre back to have speed dribbler as well. You want most of your defenders to be comfortable on the ball, and I would say he is by far the best out of the 3. I thought it would be Wijndal, but he was a little bit underwhelming in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the gameplay now. Okay, so getting into the clips now. Basically, you're just going to be seeing how they kind of play in game. The highlights from what they did for me in those games. If we go back to the stats, so let's just go into Wijndal first. I did play 12 games of him in total, so got a really good feel for how good he is in game. And yeah, he was pretty decent. As I said, a little bit underwhelming for his stats. I think he just felt like a very bog standard left back. Definitely usable in FUT Champions, and yeah, just an overall very solid left back. But I thought he was going to be the best out of 3. But yeah, he was, as I said, just pretty decent. He had good passing, good pace, and then good defending and physicals. Then heading over to Bazoer, I played 9 games of him, got 2 assists, and yeah, I thought he was very good actually. He's if you're going to compare him to someone like Kessié, he's obviously the meta CDM at the moment. So I played him in a 4-2-3-1 alongside Kessié in CDM, and he did just as good a job as Kessié. I think his positioning was the only thing that let him down a little bit, but overall his passing's really nice. He's really good on the ball, and defensively he's really nice, and then he's tall as well. He can get those headers. So I think as a CDM he's really nice, and he'd be a really good centre mid as well. But yeah, I'd just say I wouldn't recommend him strongly in centre back. But yeah, I did really enjoy him overall. I thought he was a very solid player, and I definitely would have him in my FUT Champs team. All of them actually I would have in a FUT Champs team. I wouldn't have any problem with them. Yeah, so I think they're definitely worth doing, but especially for this guy, Geertruida, he was exceptional. I really enjoyed using him. He felt rapid in game, his defending was insane, his physicals were insane, his jumping was really good. What was it? Yeah, 95 jumping, because from corners you'll see in a few of these clips, I literally won every header with this guy, which is kind of crazy. And I think he did actually, did he score? Okay, yeah, he did score 1 goal from a corner, and I am notoriously bad at scoring from corners. So yeah, he helped me out there, which is good. It's obviously what you need in FUT Champs. You need that, you know, goal threat from corners, and he can definitely provide that. Being 6'1" with the 95 jumping, he's got insane pace. He's got, you know, incredible stats across the board. So yeah, I was really impressed with Geertruida. And yeah, he's definitely worth doing it just for this card, because I'm sure there'll be you know, some crazy, you know, Dutch players in the future, and he'll be you know, really good to have in your squad, as I said, especially for those 3-4-3 teams. You know, he can go in centre back, which is really nice, and he can go right back. So yeah, really versatile player, and he was definitely the best out of the 3. As I said, I enjoyed them all. I thought they were all really nice players, very good squad players, especially if you're trying to save coins. They're very good, you know, free options, these cards. This early on in the game, they're very good cards to have. Obviously, they're not quite the meta, in my opinion. I think Geertruida is probably in around that meta. I think Bazoer and Wijndal, I think they're just a bit below that meta. I think they're just very decent, solid players. And I think that's what EA have tried to do with these players. Just give you, you know, usable players, you know, to go and get for free, basically. And yeah, so if you're trying to save some coins, I'd definitely go ahead and pick these guys up, do the objectives. It's a little bit long in squad battles if you're going to do it that way, but yeah, definitely recommend just you know, putting together a really solid Eredivisie team. I had Kite, luckily, in my team. Obviously I packed him untradeable, and I had Gakpo, who I definitely recommend now. Absolutely insane player. And then I also had the Savio guy. I played 20 games with him, scored 12 goals and 11 assists. So yeah, I played all my games in division rivals, and he was actually alright. Played him in middle cam. But yeah, so you can put together a really nice Eredivisie team. So obviously with probably some new informs out. I haven't really checked to see if there's any other, you know, decent Eredivisie players, but you can put together a really nice Eredivisie squad to get these 3 players in division rivals. It might be a little bit tough if you've already got, you know, higher up in those division rivals. Like I think I was doing division 5 at the time. I'm division 4 now. I think I was doing division 5, and it was a little bit of a struggle, because kind of like division 5, 4 and 3 are kind of like almost like div 1, like in a month's time. So because not everyone has had the chance to play it enough to get to the, you know, division 1. So it's division 4 is really tough at the moment, and especially with a lesser Eredivisie team, I can understand you guys wanting to do squad battles. But yeah, I think that's everything for, you know, these 3 guys. As I said, I'd recommend getting them. Very good players in game. And as you can see through the clips, you're just seeing, you know, highlights of their mainly defensive stuff. But yeah, a few goals and a couple of assists from Bazoer as well. But yeah, yeah, here's one of the corners. Is this the one he scores? Nope. So yeah, you can see he's always winning those headers from corners. So like Geertruida is just such a good player for that. So yeah, as I said, I'd highly recommend doing this just for him, basically. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything in today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If I was gonna give them ratings overall, I would probably give Wijndal a 8 out of 10. You know, he's just a very solid left back. I'd give Bazoer an 8.5. I think overall he's really nice. Not as good as Kessié. Kessier's like super meta at the moment. But yeah, and then I give Geertruida probably a 9, pushing a 9.5. I think he's a very, very solid player. And yeah, so yeah, that, as I said, that is everything in today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, and hopefully I have persuaded you to pick these guys up, because they are definitely worth doing. So yeah, stay tuned for more FIFA 23 player reviews. I am going to be doing some cool ones coming up. I've got, you know, you've seen some clips of Son in here. Son will be coming up soon. He's a very good player, so yeah, look forward to reviewing him. And yeah, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you can get notified when my videos go live. And I'll catch you next one.